this one, what do you agree? What did you make of Saliba's based on the, let me not say hype, but what he did even in the league, even in the club football now as well. It's no longer about having 11 players that are good to go. No, you need to have 16 or 17 in all departments. So I'm looking at it
like Ebenezer said, it's a big drop from Mayon to Samba. Samba is not there, not anywhere close. For me, I'll even take.
I agree with you guys. Obviously, in this show, we're talking about it. Deschamps is a problem for France. I think he has gotten to a point where he's not willing to try new things. He just wants to keep doing the things that work for him in the past. But sometimes people will figure it out. Like somebody like Bacola, if Yamin Lamar and Nico Williams are starting for Spain, I don't see the
Thank you.
Bacola cannot have more playing time.
Thank you.
In this team, how can you going to have?
Thank you.
For three games or 4 games, they had a midfield combo of N'Golo Kante, Kamavinga, Chomeni, and Dan Robo. This one, who is going
Rabiot?
Who's going to create?
Rabiot.
Yeah, Rabiot. Who's going
to make the play? Why is Michael Olise? Why is Michael Olise is the equivalent of Lamine Yamal? Olise should be.
So
why is Michael Olise playing for the Olympic team instead of here in these Euros?
Yeah, and to support what
I think they're going to realize
and that makes it easy for Mbappe to be marked out, because in the midfield there's nothing happening. I think you remember the last I said something about Kamavinga had to take up the possibility of trying to create for France, which is not known for. So obviously it affects the front players. And when you have a Kolo Muani, nothing against him, is not up there in terms of talent to be with Mbappe up front to make things happen.
The thing was that it was working, right? It was working for a while until today. It just didn't work today.
It didn't work. You said it that they have this is their first open game goal.
And conceded as well. So I mean, they're playing very well defensively enough to take.
That's what we are saying, and it's affecting Mbappe, because if you're an attacking player and the majority of your team's strength is in the defense, it affects you because you don't have anybody to interchange with and combine with and make things happen for you. So obviously, they have more eye on you.
If Deschamps was managing France in the Premier League, they would win, right? But not the Euro, not a tournament, where any game is a knockout.
Different ways to unlock defenses and
exactly.
Like today when France went ahead based on the defensive record in the tournament, you would think they go ahead and win this game. But in 4 minutes, Spain dismantled them and scored 2 goals and locked up. And it takes me to when you talk about philosophy. Spain was 2 goals up, a goal or 2-1 up, and they are still adventurous in their approach to the game and still defended very well. So I think if you ask me, this is the last for Deschamps. I thought he was going to make a history or record to be the first coach, to be the first individual that will win Euros and walk up as a player and win Euro and walk up again as a coach. Obviously, this is going to be the end for Deschamps, I believe. But I don't know what he has with the France FA. They always tend to trust him to continue handling this team. We'll see what happens. Are coming for Zinedine Zidane to take over the helm of affairs in the French national team. Viewers, let us know what you think. Do you think France should stick with Deschamps, or have we seen him for the last time in the France national team as a coach? Let us know what you think on that one. Another player I want us to highlight is Jules Koundé of Barcelona. Defensively in this tournament, he has been solid, and he gets forward as well. He's quite athletic. You see him at the end of things, and you see him defensively. But I have a very huge negative on him. With all the hype, I remember when he was moving from Sevilla to Barcelona, there was too much hype. In fact, when we are saying he was going to be the best defender in the world, and actually that time he was more of a central defender for me. And all of a sudden, he now plays as a right back, both for Barcelona and for the national team right now. But I have a problem with this player. I don't know if you agree with me. When he gets to his final ball, he lacks quality. I saw him so many times. It was frustrating to me to watch as a football person that he gets into positions to either take a shot or make a final pass or do something. The final action for me, in Sunday was not there, and I believe it's one of the things that also affected Spain, because they kind of overloaded on Mbappe's side and had a lot of space for him to thrive. But most of the time, his final ball failed. I don't know if you observed that, and I saw that today as well.
Yeah, I did notice, especially like you said, playing that right back position when he would do those inverted runs and try to lay the ball off in the middle. Like 9 times out of 10, the ball would get cleared or it wouldn't reach its target. So I think for me, he just doesn't have that attacking or finishing quality that a winger or a right back.
But then they're right back.
Yeah, like a Ben White would have, or even like a Dani Carvajal, which obviously didn't play today because of that red card. Yeah. But I agree. Yeah, Koundé, very good defensively, but I think he's better in the center rather than as a right back.
Yeah. I think we have done justice. Another thing we're going to talk about, we've spoken already. I don't know. I know I was what I mentioned, but I don't know what you think. The combination of French midfield in this tournament for me was annoying. I know sometimes when you have a lot of quality in your team, you try to fit everybody. But like Ubum have always mentioned on this show, the example of how to do that has been this Spain national team coach. He has tended to use everybody. Today, at the heat of this game, he brought in Zubimendi in that midfield, and he still did the job. So you don't have to force everyone. How can you have Rabiot, Tchouameni, Camavinga, and Antoine Griezmann in one midfield, and you expect to create anything for your front players? So I don't know what you guys think. I mentioned it earlier on. I feel that Deschamps is out of his depth. I don't know what you guys think should be the next move for the French national team.
Is Eugene still here?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I think it's time for Deschamps to move on, and I think they'll move him on. No doubt about that. I think it's time to get a coach that it's pragmatic, believes in young players, and is going to give everybody a level playing ground, and let the best play for the team. And let the ones that are best based on current form play for the team. Deschamps has diminishing returns have set in, and he's starting to take them back instead of forward. It's still their golden age. They still have the best, some of the best players in the world, especially going from defense to midfield, and attack. And they have perhaps the best in attack. They just need to give playmakers a chance to really get into the team. Playmakers and wingers a chance to get into the team, and then they'll be back where they belong.
Yeah, I hear you on that one. Well, we are all here, we're all Arsenal fans. Again, on the show, it just looked like he was almost forced and twisted to bring in William Saliba into this team, this tournament. It looked like just before the tournament, we saw the unpopular comment that he made that there are still so many things that Saliba has to work. I don't know what can you guys evaluate Saliba's performance in the tournament in the last 4
He did amazing. I mean, in my opinion, there's no other way to put it. He showed why he's one of the best defenders in the world. He didn't miss a beat for club and country, especially, with all that expectation, with how Deschamps basically said he wasn't ready, and he proved I am ready.
Yeah. For me, I believe I'm between the two center backs. He was the best. He was the better of the two. if you ask me. Not because I'm an Arsenal fan, but I really watched him. Well, his focus, his attention to details, and he was very confident, carrying ball from defense when he has opportunity to attack. And one-on-one defending, he was asked it. We have seen graphics on social media of how he locked and easily locked out Ronaldo. Though we know if it is age now, that's always going to be bound to happen. So, but I don't know, how do you evaluate Saliba's performance in this tournament?
Easily in the team of the tournament. If he's not there, then there's a travesty. He is definitely perhaps the best defender, centre back that's played this tournament. So far, in all the teams that I've seen, I haven't seen anyone play better than him. From Netherlands to England to France to Spain, the last 4 teams, he's been the best centre back. So unfortunately, he's not going to get to the final. But let me see when they select the team of the tournament what they do about that. But yes, he deserves all the flowers he can get.
Okay, yeah, let us know again on this one. What do you agree? What did you make of Saliba's based on the, let me not say hype, but what he did for Arsenal during the season? Easily the best centre back in EPL, and coming to this one, his first national team appearance in tournament for France. Do you think he did well? And lastly, before we leave, I don't know, like we said, Spain has options. I'm looking at the France national team today. I'm asking myself, this goalkeeper for France, does it belong to the highest level?
Magnan, I think he's a great shot stopper. I think he's definitely one of the best goalkeepers in the world. Today,
I'm talking about all around. Like, these days everybody's talking about with ball to feet and all that. Like, if you have Pickford for England, Pickford is a good shot stopper, but in terms of composure, and if you want to be a team that want to play out from back, you're not going to rate him as one of the best. So, like, if France wants to be Spain, if Spain is the yardstick, this keeper, you think is there? And not just that, what are the options? It looks like France are short in that department. Spain has David Raya in the bench, and they have this other goalkeeper there. That if this one is not there today, this one is not there today, you have David Raya. It's not going to look like anything is missing from that department. So that's one. So looking at that, do you think France probably may be short if they want to go toe-to-toe with France in Spain in the next World Cup?
Should I go or
yeah,
you can go.
No, I don't think France is lacking. Mike Maignan is an excellent ball playing keeper. The thing is, you're comparing him to Simon and comparing him to David Raya, who play in a slightly different way with Spain than France. So it depends on the way the team wants to play, really. Right? Yeah. France are not Spain. They're not. They don't play slowly out of the back with intricate passes in the 18 because that's not the way Deschamps plays. Deschamps is very risk averse, so he doesn't necessarily need the keeper to play that way. But from what I've seen of Mike Maignan at AC Milan, he can play that way if you want him to.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I agree.
That's fair enough.
I agree too, and I think as far as depth in that position, the next name that comes out to me is Bryce Samba from RC Lens. So maybe they don't have the same level of depth, I would say, but he's still a good quality goalkeeper. I mean, they finished second place last year. This year they didn't do too well. And also we'll see where Ilan Meslier, takes his career. Still a very young goalkeeper with Leeds, obviously struggled last year. In the Prem, did okay this year in the Championship. Obviously they didn't get promoted. But I don't think that position is lacking as much. If he got injured, then it possibly be okay. Let's try scan the field and see what other goalkeepers there are.
Well, yeah, Reggie, that's a very important point. Actually, you raised a very important point. France is actually, lacking really to an extent in the depth for goalkeepers. You're right.
Yeah, because what we're seeing in world football now, it looks like if you have to be stuck in every department because people are competing with even in the league, even in the club football now as well. It's no longer about having 11 players that are good to go. No, you need to have 16 or 17 in all departments. So I'm looking at it that,
like Ebenezer said, is a big drop from Mayon to Brisamba. Samba is not there, not anywhere close. For me, I will even take that Leeds United goalkeeper.
Right?
Yeah, who I think is really talented.
It's just for him. Even as languid as he looks, ball to the feet is good.
He knows how to use his feet.
I remember he played on that Bielsa, so that tells you his quality as well.
Yes.
I think that's an area whoever that is going to continue for France needs to look into and probably start giving, maybe with friendlies, gives other keepers a chance, because if they go into the World Cup, something happens to them, maybe he gets a red card and has to miss, gets a straight card and miss 2 games. They might be in trouble in that department.
Yeah. You guys, I missed a conversation you guys had, which I think is also true. Koundé, I think, should better serve France as a right-sided centre-back. They can use 3 centre-backs. They can play either Koundé, Saliba, and Upamecano, or Koundé, Saliba, and Konate, and use good wing backs that can drop in the midfield. I think it will serve them better. Koundé was a bit wasted as a wing back, a right back in this tournament. He's an excellent defender, one-on-one and everything.
Yeah, he was good
offensively, he's very lacking. Hardly puts any crosses that can cause any serious danger. Doesn't venture into taking shots and surprising the goalkeeper.
And the surprising thing is that some players who are short in that department, in that talent or attribute, they tend to stay conservative, defensive. But he still gets into those positions over and over and over. Every attack that France makes and the ball dropped on that side, you find him there. He's always there. That's
he's an underrated player.
That's how I noticed it. Because if he doesn't go forward, you wouldn't know that he's shot in that area. But he was always available once there's a ball dropping on that side of attack, or when Dembele drags players infield, he opens up, he does the decoy, and the ball gets to him, and that's the end.
Again, it lies with coaching. I'm sorry, as an Arsenal fan, I'm going to keep mentioning someone like Arteta. Give Arteta someone like Koundé. He can actually get more out of him. Unlock him. Because the tools are there. He has the engine.
And he has the confidence. He has the confidence to go there. The defender wouldn't even bother going forward. They'll just do the defensive duty.
So he can
can
do a Ben White with him.
That one chance Saliba had against Portugal, though, I honestly, if he scored that, my God.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about, where he chopped and he cut on the inside and tried to poke the ball in.
Yeah, I remember it. Okay, guys, I think if we stay here today, we're going to be here forever, because this was a very fantastic game of football, quality all around the pitch. Tomorrow will be served the second semi-finals between England and Netherlands. Another almost based on the performance of the tournament so far, they look like they are at par in terms of quality and what they bring. So it looks going to be another close call game for me, except England, we are going to finally unleash or loosen themselves and do what we know that the players they have in that team can do. Again, we have a coach, another Deschamps, in the person of Gary Southgate coaching England. So let's see what he does tomorrow. Obviously, he did some changes, changed the shape of the team in the quarterfinals, and he got them the result that they did. On the other hand, Netherlands have a Koeman almost in the shape of the Spanish national team coach that can make changes 10 minutes into a game. He's never scared to make changes. If he believes that he needs a player, he calls that player in and gives him the ability to do what he needs to do. And most of the time, it solves have the dog Netherlands out from Portugal. I think 3 times now they've come from behind to win games. So tomorrow it looks like to be a very tactical and another exciting game. I'm going to see Harry Kane start, but for me, he hasn't really looked like Harry Kane that we know. No bite, no pressure on opponents, has not really scored goals, and has not brought players into play. If you ask me, I believe Harry Kane, yes, is the all-time. all-time or chasing the all-time goal scoring record for England
He's
now.
the all-time. Yeah.
So you can't doubt his scoring qualities. Either he starts and maybe after 60 minutes, if he does what he's been doing, bring him out, give Ellie Watkins or an Antonio, who has shown flashes of brilliance in the few minutes that he has played, a chance for England to be able to go through on this one, because this Netherlands team are fighters. They don't take it going behind as a result. They have always found a way to come back. So you have to stay on this one for 90 minutes if you want to go through, if you're an English player or coach or a fan. I don't know what you guys think about that one, into that one coming up tomorrow.
I want to say, I think it's tough. I think England.
You want England to win. Don't say you want England to win. Let's leave it at that.
I think England are going to edge it out on penalties.
Okay.
I think England will win in normal time. I think they have a team that's good enough to win in normal time. I think the Dutch are good, but they don't have enough to beat England. I could be wrong.
Okay, Javier, again, let us know what you think of this one. Who is going to win tomorrow, England or Netherlands? Whatever happens, we know that we are expecting a very exciting final to the tournament. Sometimes you go into these Euros or the tournaments and somehow the teams that win it are not the most exciting. But I think so far we have been served some very, very interesting games of football from group stage up until now, and we've enjoyed it. It's I feel sad now that this tournament is about to end. But again, when you remember that the preseason games are going to start coming from 2 weeks from now, you also have hope that they are going to still be served some very good, tasty football. The Copa America, also the semi-finals are on this week to end on Sunday. For those who have time, I've been watching all those games. This evening, we're going to have who is playing this evening?
Argentina
and Canada.
Against Canada.
Argentina and Canada. Here on paper, that's a mismatch. But if you have followed that tournament as well, you will not really count out Canada. But when you have Messi in your team, there's always an edge for you to carry that one. So, guys, thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you guys next time. Ciao and bye for now.
Bye.